Speaking of the MCU again, did you check out that Werewolf by Night special they had? It's like like maybe like an hour, not even like 50 minutes, something like that.
Yes. I think it was you.
Hit me. What do you got on Werewolf by
Oh
Night?
my God. That was like a little breath of fresh air.
My exact words when I
It
saw
was
this.
like, the hell are these movies, man?
Yeah.
It's just, first off, I'm not going to call it low budget. I'm not going to call it low budget.
No.
But it's not $250 million Thor Love
It's
and Thunder
supposed to
budget.
look like a B movie, and it does. They even have the cigarette burns in the corners. Did you notice that shit?
Yes.
Dude. Like,
it's
we need more of this stuff. That's just these little one-off Elseworld things. Like, we don't even know when it takes place. Do we? I mean,
no.
I mean, and I want to know more about that family. Like, I thought this would have been a good. I thought this would have been a good opportunity to introduce Blade. Just have him in there. You know, I get it because Mahershala Ali ain't getting any younger, and apparently that script is not doing very well.
Oh, I've heard that it's been delayed. I have no idea why or what's going on with it.
So in the comics, Werewolf by Night is actually the first appearance of Moon Knight. So when I heard they were making a Moon Knight series, and then I heard they were doing Werewolf by Night, I was like, this could be awesome. And they were not connected at all. And I was like, watching this, I did not miss Moon Knight at all. I was like, wait a minute. It didn't even occur to me. This was just like you said, a breath of fresh air, and we had never seen anything like this in the MCU before.
You want to know what's nuts? There are a few, because we've already talked about it, a few MCU shows that were, if they were just shot in that format, not saying black and white noir type shit, but if they were just shot as an hour and a half long movie, I think there'd be less complaints about the MCU shows.
Yeah, Hawkeye should have been this, like an hour long special. We meet Kate Bishop. She's going through some shit. He helps her done, like,
yep.
And like, this felt like I expected to hear like Jeffrey Wright's voice. Like, this felt like a what if episode to me, just sort of on its own. They need more of this.
Yes.
For sure.
Especially for lesser known characters. Like I said, we just talked about it in She-Hulk. I love the fact it's just like, no, are we going to get a movie where, hell, I can't even say Captain America anymore, where Thor is going to fight the porcupine? No, that'll never, ever happen. But just sit there.
Squirrel Girl is never going to go against Thanos.
Oh my God. Even though that's fucking bullshit, because she single-handedly beat Thanos. But anyway, it was, for what it is, it's perfect.
It's oddly this weird thing that you cannot explain. Like, I tried, like, we watched the trailer and Janina was like, I don't know. And I'm like, I'm not sure either, but I've heard really, really good things. Let's just watch it. And we were just sitting there the whole time. We were like we got halfway through it and we both looked at each other and we were like, this is really good, right?
Yeah.
And it was just it felt like it's hard to say, man.
No, you could tell, like
it felt like Monster Squad a little bit, combined with a black and white B movie. It just felt like nothing like we'd seen before in the MCU.
You want to know what else it felt like that we haven't got in a while, in my opinion, from the MCU? It felt like it was a property that somebody cared about.
Yeah.
It's like somebody was like, we are going to do this right.
Right. And it doesn't have to tie into the rest of the MCU. No. I don't even think this is even considered part of Phase 4. It doesn't need to be. It's its own thing. And it just worked, dude. I mean, it's the guy with the, what was it, Jack, I think? He had the bomb and he could not get it into the crack. And I'm like, dude, you're going to have to just go do it, And Man-Thing looked so good. Ted.
Yes.
And
Ted.
And it was just like, she's like, Ted, and you can see his whole his whole thing changes, really, really good.
And again, I think somebody else brought up the fact that there's never been a bigger puppy dog that you don't want to piss off.
Right? He's a more dangerous version of Groot. Big Groot, and black and white just works so well for this type of genre. And I loved how the Bloodstone was just red. And because black and white, you can really get into the um like the lighting, the
Yep.
what do they call it, the like shading and stuff is just
Yep.
better in black and white.
Oh, and then you go back and rewatch it, and when the werewolf is released and he's ripping his claws all over the place, the splats of blood that get on the
Yeah,
go everywhere.
yeah.
It's black.
And I love
They
the
they
fact
can
that
pull that
like
off.
they could have just CGI'd the crap out of the werewolf, and that was their chance to like say, hey, you know those MCU thing and battles at the end? That's what this is. No, he looks like an old school practical like Wolfman type
Yep.
character, you know. And I was like, man, this is made with love, and
Yep.
it's
I told you.
like it's just so weird because there's people's heads getting smashed, and like it's so hard to explain, man. I really enjoyed it, dude. We need more of this.
Yeah, we did Werewolf by Night. I haven't watched it again, but I need to. I owe it a little bit of respect. I got to check it out a second time. But everyone that was in it was great. Enjoyed everything. I always love a good Elsa Bloodstone story, who was one of the Midnight Suns.
Yeah.
Really
Totally
looking
want to
forward.
see more of that.
Yes. It just then you keep that little universe all to itself.
Yeah.
Have Elsa just be a hunter and go chasing after Werewolf by Night.
Yeah. It felt kind of like a like Simpsons Treehouse of Horror is like an Elseworld is like an Elseworld episode of The Simpsons. They're in it. It happens, but then the next episode it's just back to normal, you know? Mm-hmm. And it's just like a one-off thing that I really enjoyed, man. And it was just long enough to be the full story, but short enough where I was like, man, I want more of this.
Yep.
So
it was great.
Really, really good. Anything else on that?
I got nothing else that I don't think me and you can, elaborate further on a little hour-long movie set in black and white. Really nice.